All right, let me close my door so I don't get any unwanted interruptions. All right. So first things first. This is what if Deku had an average quirk. So we're gonna start this bad boy off with it being pretty kind of like simple and stuff, right? Deku's gonna basically we're gonna pretty much start at the point in time where Deku says not all men are created equal, but this is gonna be different because instead of Bakugo folding him, Bakugo is gonna be the one getting folded. So he's gonna be like, "You're right." So instead of him saying not every man created equal, all negative, like he's gonna be like, not all men are created equal. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. He would tower over Bakugo and be like, not all men are created equal. Some were meant to do things, important things, while others were meant to just be average and ordinary. And at this point in time, he already knows what his quirk is. Like, I'm not gonna say he knew about it because no, I'm gonna say just awoken. But so a little bit of some of the Bakugo buffoonery kind of happened before, So he did get semi-bullied by Bakugo, but not long term. Anyways, so now we can pretty much fast forward to where, instead of Bakugo bullying Deku, Deku's bullying all the bullies, And now the reason I can justify this, right, is because he folds them maliciously, and he just like punks him basically. He's like, "Oh yeah, Bucko. I remember how y'all was trying to treat me back in the day." Yeah, so he just basically punks him, and Bakugo still is how he is normally, but it means nothing. Anytime he tries to get rowdy, Deku just drop kicks him in the face and says, "Tell him to shut up. Know your place is trash." Deku's treating Bakugo how Bakugo thought Deku and Kenny was treating him, but I'm gonna say it's justified. The reason I say this is because dude's always talking about how do I put this? I'm gonna say it's half justified because most of the stuff Bakugo was saying wasn't wrong, but he just like shut up, do more than you speak. Yes, there are some people that are just born with the sauce, like Todoroki, Momo, that are it's their birthright to do what they're doing. It's just kind of like it's right there. Ida, family lines and stuff. Anyways, but you just like shut up, because I guarantee you, if I was weaker than you, you would probably be you'd be folding me and trying to bully me. And I'm not gonna say it's an ability of his quirk, but it's a very strong hunch. And it's like he had a weird dream about a mustache. All you heard was something like, huh? And Deku woke up in a cold sweat, but you just whispered some sweet nothings. And whatchamacallit. So that happened, and now we got pretty much just Deku just doing that. Everyone talks about UA. No one's surprised Bakugo went in, and no one's surprised that Deku wants to go to UA. And half the time, I'm gonna say it just to make a little more sense. I'm gonna say that Deku doesn't always just like maliciously attack. It's like when they're being annoying or they're like doing something they shouldn't really be doing in the first place. So it's kind of like he's the bully of the bully, if that makes any sense, okay? Now we got that out of the way. Let's get to talk about what's gonna happen now. Deku does his usual training and stuff, which I intentionally haven't talked about his quirk yet. And So he hasn't done, any type of training. I mean, he's doing his training right now, and everyone's getting ready for the entrance exam now. But before that happens, we got to talk about the sludge villain thing. So the sludge villain attacked Deku, but instead of how it happened in canon, Deku folds the sludge villain mercenarily. Just he's like, all right. Now I'm not gonna say he does an average job of folding the sludge villain. So he does that. He does his thing, right? And then All Might appears and he's like, yeah, here. And All Might looks at him. He's got an average physique, average presence. Nothing out in the ordinary seems too special about this guy. He seems pretty average. And then he looks at the sludge villain. Oh. He just got in the bottom by himself after I asked real nicely. Yes, I've got him. Because this version of Deku doesn't really like buffoonery or BS, alright? Because, he kind of had to deal with Bakugo, and, for some reason, he just knows for a fact that if things were switched, Bakugo would just mercenarily bully this dude. He just knows, alright? Don't ask him how he knows. He just knows. He just can't put his pinky toe on it, okay? And so, with that being said, Deku doesn't talk. That's it. Everyone gets ready. Meanwhile, Bakugo, the main difference is Bakugo doesn't understand on how he'll sit there and train, but Deku is still always stronger than him or something, or always doing, or somehow always better than him, man. He's always looking down on me. My pride, Vegeta, and kind of that type of energy and stuff. Okay? So, he's training, but instead of training in just a random spot, he's training where Deku trained originally with All Might and canon. And All Might, minding his own business, sees this, and he's like, what the hell is going on over here? What we got down here? Sees this dude. I gotta get stronger. He's doing all his stuff. Just, I gotta get better. I need to improve. And he's like, I have to be number one. I have to be able to stand above everyone. I'm gonna say this version of Bakugo. He's not nicer per se yet, but I'm just gonna say his motives are a little better. I'm gonna say he has more point of a reference. He's still, a douche and a meanie poopy face, but in a different sense. He's all right, I gotta be the strongest there is. Because what if Deku was a villain, or whatever? What if he tries to sugarcoat it, but it's basically what if Deku, what if someone was as strong as Deku but a villain, or something to that effect, right? To not hurt his pride. And so he's like, yeah, that's what I'll say. And he does that. All Might's like, my boy. And he's like, all right, you can be my successor. Long story short, just a whole explanation of talking and doing the thing and the quirk giving, and he's able to use higher percent, so he'll do his training like per usual. Meanwhile, Deku's off meditating, focusing, harnessing his inner chi, and he keeps having these weird flashes about a redo of a tournament, and he's like, what's going on? A tournament? Multiverse? Why do I see other people that look like me? Why do I see a black guy with dreads? What is going on? Why do I see somebody named World? What is going on? And that's kind of he's bugging out. But I guess I can end it off here. Pretty much we're gonna end it off with your sports. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to do something and not be too bored while I'm doing this. The entrance is that. So it goes different like it did in canon. Deku's got a pretty average physique. But it's not an average physique. His physique is actually pretty nice. It's a pretty nice physique overall, and he's got a pretty nice tone, and everything's good, okay? And he walks up to the robot, and his hand. And he walks up to a few robots actually, and his hand starts to glow, and he's just like, "Go," and, like blast a good chunk of the robots away. And we're gonna end it here, but don't worry, you're gonna get the next video in like 2 seconds. All you gotta do is like click another thing. But for the people that did stay and didn't just run away to like the next thing because the video is over with now, thank you for making it. You now officially part of the real nigga squadron. Okay. I will randomly be doing like live streams and stuff because I did one like last night or earlier night during the time this video is being made, of course, and it was lit. Like it was like go stupid, go crazy. It was real funny, bro. Shout out to Dr. Capress Penguin. That's not how he says. That's not his actual name, but I don't know what his name is. Homegirl, which I don't know what your actual name was, but she was the only female. Shout out to my boy World. He was a real one. He made a sacrifice for all his homies. Stop that damn mustache thing, creature. He was a real one. But if you made it all the way to this point in time, let's see, what we gonna comment down for the special comment? Fork. Now, however you spell fork is up to you, but fork.